Chat, so excited to have all our great people on with us tonight. Let's go, let's go. We've got so many important people in the house tonight, and you are important just for being here. So come on in. We are excited. Thank you guys for jumping over to the new space. Thank you for being flexible. Come on in. We're gonna have a great time. Make sure you mute your phones. When you come in, I see you. We got Montre, we got Evelyn, we got Amazon Empire in the house. Look at all these famous people dropping in. Make sure you mute your phone when you come in, but you can jump in the chat and tell us where you're watching from. I'm looking for Florida is in the house. I heard Texas is in the house. Let's see, Miss Renee jumped on. Jump in the chat, everybody, and tell us where you're watching from. I see y'all. I see y'all. If you can, jump on your cameras so we can see your handsome and beautiful faces tonight. See your smiling faces. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I don't see anybody in the chat yet. My goodness. Oscar, where are you watching from? Thank you, Miss Renee from Connecticut. There we go. I've never been there. I think Oscar looked back. He looks like he's in New York. Maybe he's in Chinatown. I don't know. Let's see. Pamela,
Cyprus.
Welcome.
Cyprus.
Where are you?
Cyprus.
He's in Cyprus. Didn't give me much. That didn't give me much. I feel like I'm on a clue game. All right. All right. Look at that. I see pictures popping up. All right. Thank y'all for coming off camera. Hey, beautiful. Hey. Oh, is it in Greece? Somebody's asking where you at. Are you overseas, Oscar? Let's see. Where's Waldo? Where's Oscar? How about that?
I'm in Greece and in Turkey.
Why at the same time? All right, Alabama, we see you. I love Birmingham and I love Montgomery. Let's go. Let's go. Who else we got in the house? Oh, you look familiar. Hey, Mr. Armstrong, I think you was there last year. Want to see you again. You brought all the folks with you. Come on, let's see if you can do it again. We'll have a Starbucks gift card for you when you come. All right, who else is in the house? Let's go. I see y'all beautiful faces. Pamela Hanks, I see you. Hello, hello. Come on in the chat. Good evening, good evening. Are y'all happy to be here tonight? Because we're bringing a whole lot of energy. All right, let's bring it. We got a couple minutes before we get started so y'all can bring the energy. You look like you got something you want to say, Miss Pamela.
No, I do not have anything to say. I'm just listening.
But you look like you're ready, so I was gonna give you a second.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad I look like I'm ready.
It's gotta always look ready, be ready. All right, Miss Renee says she got her notebook and she's ready. Miss Deborah jumped on. Miss Deborah, I know she done already registered. I'm not gonna make you raise your hands, but hopefully y'all have already registered for the Future of Wealth Conference. If you have not, let me throw the game out here for all the people that came early. Let me throw the game out here. If you register tonight during the Zoom, you will be entered in a drawing to win one night free at the event. Oh my goodness, that's like a $300 value plus taxes. If you register tonight during this live, you'll be entered in a drawing to win one night free at the host hotel. Boy, if I didn't already have a room, I would jump in the competition. All right, who else is on? Who else is on? Let me see, jump in the chat because we're about to get this thing started. Mr. Edmund, if you are ready, I need a thumbs up from Edmund to make sure he is good to go. We're about to jump in. All right, we got Mr. Jackson Armstrong showing us where he's at the moment. All right, good morning. Hello, everybody. Who else is jumping on? Miss Anna Russell. All right, all right. As soon as I get a thumbs up from Ed, you good to go, Mr. Ed?
I sent it in the chat. Oscar or Trey can go first. I need like 5 more minutes so I can pull over. It's a lot of traffic down here.
Oh yes, please be safe. All right, let's see if Mr. Oscar's ready to go. I'm glad that you all are on. Again, one more time, I'm gonna let you know. If you register tonight, all right, I see a couple more people coming. If you register tonight, you're entered into the drawing to win one night free at the Future of Wealth Conference coming up April 21st and 22nd, right in the beautiful Miami, Florida. You don't want to miss it. And we're going to have Edmund Lee talking about that tonight. But let's jump right into it. First of all, welcome to this ambassador energy call tonight. We want to thank the CEO, Ms. Michelle Lilly, in her absence, for having this wonderful organization that has been put together. We're so excited. Thank you to Trey, Mr. Bilbo. Thank you so much for being on and always leading these trainings. And so I am your host, Kay Michelle. So happy to be on with you tonight. And I'm about to turn it over to our man of the hour. You know him as OG, Oscar Garcia. He is the chief of technology. They say he's somewhere right now in Chinatown or in Greece or Turkey. I don't really know where's Waldo, but let's turn it over to Oscar Garcia all the way from somewhere in a red background. Take it over,
All
my
right.
friend.
So literally, I'm in a friend's place in Cyprus, and if you know Cyprus, it's two countries. It's one, the north side or the south side is Greece, and then the other side is Turkey. Literally, both areas there. Now, that being said, I just want to get right into it so you guys can see all the production that has been done. It's been a lot of work that we are going to be sharing here, but we're going to be showing you what we want everyone to help us beta test. So if you will, I'm going to start sharing my screen, and then that way we can all participate in what you're going to see right now. Now, one of the key things that we have established, because remember, no one has built a tokenized marketplace ecosystem in the world. We are the first company that literally has built a bilateral, interoperable market system here that's using tokenization and literally giving the world, if you will, the opportunity to run what you see here as an ambassador. And simultaneously, we created the marketplace where users can come in here and actually start participating with the tokenization of these assets. So I'm gonna hope that everybody's professional enough. Please mute all your mics, because we're recording this for you. We really want to make sure that you have what you need, and you can actually come back to this video and readdress some of your concerns and some of your questions. So please, mute yourselves, monitor yourselves, make sure that there's no background noise, because we are recording this for your benefit and everybody else's benefit. So let's get to it. I want to show you the flow of everything and how this interoperability. If you guys don't know what interoperability and blockchain, that means multiple systems working together and multiple blockchains. So our view, I was tasked to create a robust system so that way we can have that interoperability and make sure that everything we do works well with all the technologies. Guys, again, please mute yourself. Let's be professional. Let's mute. That way we can make sure that we have a clean recording. I'm asking you this again. Let's be professional. Let's make sure that we mute. So let's continue and let's watch the flow. I'm going to show you two sides of this. In my Chrome version or my vision, you're going to see the user experience. In the Safari side of things, you're going to see the admin functionality. So I'm going to show you both sides simultaneously so you can see that all of this is interconnected. So we have the Safari side, which is the admin, and we have the Chrome side, the Chrome browser, so you can see the flow of what the user is going to do. So what do we want you to do? As an ambassador, we want you to test out the onboarding, side of the new ambassador program. Again, guys, please mute yourself. We're hearing some background on that. Let me see if I can find out who that is.
Oscar,
Sherry, please mute yourself. There you go. All right, I just muted you. Please do not unmute yourself. All right, so So let's continue with what we're saying, so that way I can actually show you the flow. Let's go ahead and let's onboard as an ambassador. You're going to come into the new site, you're going to look around, and you're going to see all the different packages of what happens. If you click on one of the packages, you're going to go into the details of that membership. So Tokenize Associate, you get to see all the details, the earnings potential, the listing earnings potential, the buyer's listing potential, and you get to start now. So let's go ahead and do a fresh install. Now go ahead and really make sure that you're using your real email, because you're going to be receiving a OTP, a one-time two-factor authentication system. So I'm going to go ahead and choose all my information, my passwords, and here it is. I start getting into the registration process. So now I'm going through full KYC capability. I'm going to choose a birthday. I'm going to make myself a little younger because I deserve it. And I'm going to put in my social security number and leave that alone. That's not my phone number. Okay, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4, and I'm going to continue. Now make sure you read the terms and conditions, go through them, scroll all the way down on the terms and conditions. I read them and I continue. Guys, please mute yourself. Michelle Morris, I'm going to mute you. Okay. And let's continue. So here we are, we accept all the terms and conditions, we hit continue, and we're looking for this OTP. See, it's saying that it's definitely going to be sending that out to the email. And we're looking for something that looks like this. It says Tokenize Ambassador, and it takes a little bit. So there we go. We just got the OTP. We see the OTP, we copy that OTP, and we go back to the ambassador website and we paste it in there, and we're able to continue on the process. So what's the process? The process is making sure that we have the right package, right? Now, sometimes what happens is we say, you know what, I like this, but I made a mistake. I don't want to go on this package. I want to go on another package. So you want to surf around, you want to see a little bit more things, and you go, you know what, I'm gonna go towards this package. Instead of starting over, we coded it where it goes back to exactly where you were before. Some of you guys told us that this was the issue on the old site. We have now solved it by making sure that you don't have to re-enlist all the information. So by doing that, we can either pick crypto and ACH. We want you to try the ACH version of this, because you're going to be receiving a DocuSign form to fill out. So if we choose ACH, it's going to tell you you're going to receive an information from DocuSign. We're going to hit validate payment, and guess what? We go back to our DocuSign and we go in here. But look what's going on. Remember, both systems are talking to each other. In the format of tokenized asset, it is looking for the new onboarding of a tokenized ambassador. Now, this is very important for all of us to understand what's going on right here, and more importantly, that you get to see what we're doing. Guys, please mute yourself. I'm going to mute Team Griffith, so that way we can record this properly.
So make me a co-host and I'll mute people for you, Oscar Jackson.
Yes, we will try that. I think we're having issues with that, but let's continue. But please be professional enough so you guys can mute yourself, and that way I don't have to stop the flow of this, because it's very important that we all understand this flow. So what happened? I got a DocuSign form right here, but at the same time, I got another email from the Tokenized Asset website. It literally created my account without me doing anything. That was another issue that some of you guys brought up to our attention, that said it would be great if both sites will communicate with each other and onboard once. We have listened, and we are actually now doing exactly what was suggested by some of you guys. And at the same time, here's the DocuSign, so that way you can see what we're doing. Clardy, please mute yourself. Please do not unmute yourself, so that way we can record this. So here's the DocuSign. This is very important because you're going to be seeing, because you suggested, you chose ACH, you come in here, you look at the DocuSign, and you can actually finish off your ACH process. You're going to agree to the terms here of the DocuSign. And as you can see here, the DocuSign in a secure environment, it's going to be asking you for all your information, your billing information, your bank account information, so that way we can finish doing an ACH transfer from your bank to our bank, and that way we can complete the process of onboarding the ambassadors. This is huge step, because we are now able to send out legal documents on the fly by the system. So that's a huge thing. Once that's done, we can continue with onboarding using the new KYC system, which we showed you this before. The new KYC system is robust, using biometric and all the other bells and whistles that we've always wanted. So here we are, we're gonna do KYC. KYC means know your customer. We click on the button. We're able to hit the camera. You should get your ID here, and you should take a picture of your ID. That way the system will then run your ID on the KYC. So again, simply put up your ID, and then take a picture of it and say use ID. The next step, let's say if I have enough lighting for this, the next step is going to be to actually do the biometrics. So I'm going to get into a better lighting situation. I'm going to stop talking. Oh, did it do it? Nope. And there you go. So now it actually is registering my face as biometric, and we know that you are you. And that's a very important step. And look at the new beautiful admin section for the users. Now, you're going to see that you have no referrals here. Once you start getting your team in there, you're going to see that these referrals start growing. But what can you do immediately? You have your ambassador referral link here directly. So what can you do? You can send out, so you log in, copy this by hitting the button here or double clicking the address here, and you can literally then send out this link, and this will literally make sure that people are getting your ID. So let me show you this again. Your ID, your referral ID, which is this one right here, comes into this link, but not just the ambassador referral ID, the marketplace referral ID is also here. By just clicking it, the whole address changes and you can send that out. So both IDs are very easily to be found. And then you can see all the information here. If you have any referrals, it's going to show down here. If you have any commissions, it's going to show here in this panel. But you just onboarded. We literally just said that you can actually use the same username and password to now log into the marketplace. So let's go ahead and test that. I can now, right now, log in to the Tokenize Asset Marketplace by literally using the same information that I logged in with the Tokenize ambassadors. And same password, same email, and of course, I'm not using the same email. Let's go back and make sure that I'm using the same email. And actually, here's a good indication. We are now, I can refresh this screen. We can literally take a look at the address. As the admin, we are seeing these things in real time where you can come in here and actually take a look at that individual. And look, we can know that your status is pending. We can come in here as the admin and literally, update, help you out, see what your earnings are, see what your security question is. We can audit your entire account. We can see who's on your level 1. We can see who's on your level 2. All of this is now active where we can actually see that your ACH is here. We can approve that. We can update, the information based on what you sent us. But this new admin system really gives us the ability to audit everything. We can audit commissions in real time. We are actually, look at this, guys, we are actually creating our own linear blockchain, if you will, that tracks your payment here, tracks your bonuses, tracks your report bonuses. All of this is now our proprietary technology, and this has never been built before with the ecosystem of tokenization. This is why this is so important. So if we just look at that, we can come in here, and again, we can log in with the information that we have. Let's see if that worked. And here we go. So we have to just activate that account, and voila, the information is now live. But look at this. Now you have 2 accounts simultaneously created for you. But now you're a user, and look, you have not bought any tokens from any home. So you started off as the ambassador, and now you can be both an ambassador and your own user over here in this marketplace. So if you want to refer users to buy tokens in the marketplace, you just click on here, copy the link, send it over to them. But here we want you to test something else. When you're here and you log into Tokenize Assets, we want you to test out the new features of the marketplace. See, we've set up 5 homes. So that way we can tokenize these homes together. And once we reach these numbers, we're going to be able to send this out to the blockchain and actually tokenize these demo accounts. Now, do me a favor. See how, the homes, we picked some homes with some, okay, this was outrageous. We're no, 1.5 million. That's okay. Don't buy the entire home. We want to see this whole process. So buy 100,000, buy 200,000, buy 10,000, but don't, we're going to allow you to do a test with us where you're going to be able to click on that home, look at the details, hit purchase tokens, and you're going to come in here, and in here, don't go, hey, I want to purchase 10,000 tokens. That won't help us on the beta test. We want you to come in here and say, I want to purchase 20,000. Right? So here's 20,000 tokens. It's going to be 20,000 right here. We want you to help us test this by testing the ACH DocuSign system. So crypto works. We know that. Crypto is a very easy thing to test. The wallet shows up, crypto comes in. But ACH and DocuSign, we want you to test that. So you pick ACH, you pick bank transfer, you hit the verify payment, and then you are going to receive another information, there, so that way you can actually get the DocuSign sent over to you. So we know that we just did a purchase, and we're going to wait for this DocuSign so that we can validate that we did do that purchase. We will approve these. So that way, what happens is once you're doing that, you can go back to your menu here, and you will see you go from 0 to 1. So now you are a part of that real estate, and you can see that you just did $20,000 in tokens into this real estate, into this real estate asset. So if you want to get a little bit more, go ahead and do that. You can test that. It's going to test you, so you can literally go in here and buy a little bit more tokens of the same house by clicking that button. But we want to show 10, 12, 14, 20, 25 ambassadors really tokenizing this home, and that way we can see the end product. But see how everything is now beautiful and tracked. If you want to list a home, you can do that. You can list your own home, but we really want to test the current listings that here, and we want to test the DocuSign. Now let's go to the admin section. The admin section is now, really recording everything that's going on the tokenized asset side of things. So we can actually see that, there's actually clients coming in here. So we can list the clients, and we can see what clients are coming in here. We can see what kind of movements, asset payments. Look, it's already recording asset payments on the system. So this whole back end is tracking in real time all the information of what you're doing, and we're tracking movements that are pending, token holders, you know, so every time you buy something, see that $20,000 purchase, I am now one of the new token holders. So it shows that I am the token holder, and I can see the detail of what that user purchased. So I can see his information. We can see that they purchased, you know, 20,000 tokens and whatnot. So the admin of Tokenize Assets and the
Oscar, we're not seeing your
admin.
screen.
Oh, you're
We're
not
not
seeing
seeing-
my screen?
No,
Oh,
it's still on the,
yeah,
just
here we
see
go.
it.
Sorry about that. Okay, so you
Okay.
didn't see this tree before.
no, we didn't.
Okay. Oh my God, I was talking about it and you guys were going, what's he talking about? A linear blockchain on the admin section of Tokenize Ambassador. This is what I was talking about. I get so excited sometimes because we work so hard to build this. And when Miss Michelle Lilly and Trey and Ezra and everybody is saying, hey, Oscar, we need a better way to visualize this whole blockchain scenario. Can we mimic a blockchain so we can actually see, you know, how payments are made, split up the bonuses, split up the reports in real time? Here it is. We have it. We not only did that, but we created the admin here that can actually track, like I was saying earlier, that you just did a $20,000 purchase. And the way we seen that is, I thought you were, you know, looking at my screen, so I apologize. But you literally can look at this by saying, who is the list of holders? Who is the list of token holders? And your tests are going to show up here for us. And that's going to help us test all this thing out. So you have your admin screen and you have your user screen. So I know you were looking at the user screen, but the admin screen is actually paying attention to that. So whatever you do on the ambassador side, you're actually, we're communicating with the admin side of the Tokenized Asset Marketplace simultaneously to track purchases of your users, to track purchases of the ambassadors, and we want you to help us test the final leg of this. Now, this has been a while ride, if you will. This was a wild ride because, again, no one has ever built something like this where you can actually have tokenization happening here, and that way we can track in real time, like I'm saying here with the admin section, we can track in real time all your movements. So we really want to make sure that you understand that we were building a bilateral, interoperable tokenization marketplace, and we're mimicking events like the blockchain on our centralized database for commission payouts and everything else. So this is all brand new. You can see that we're actually going to be viewing your tests in real time. You can see that we can help you now in real time look at your membership, look at your earnings, look at your security. We can audit your account. We can audit your level 1s. We can audit your level 2s. We have listened. We have refined, and refined. But what do we need? One more refining. We need your eyes. We've been on this thing day in and day out. So if you notice a misspelling, if you notice something doesn't flow a little bit, if you go, hey, you know what, Trey, if this thing does this, I think this will be powerful, right? If my home screen does this, I believe that this is going to be powerful. Suggestions are one thing, but testing the buttons and testing the tokenization by coming into the, once you log in, coming into the properties and actually clicking on one of the properties and actually hitting the purchase token, you know, link. And remember, we want you to test out. Don't buy the entire home, but test out what it's going to feel like for someone buying 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 tokens, you know, 1,000 tokens, 600 tokens, and choosing the ACH module. So that way we can actually see here's the DocuSign for the $20,000 purchase. How do I know? I can click the DocuSign, and it's going to show the amount that I actually put into the form. So here it is. It's going to say, Oscar, you're doing this, and it's for, you know, Oscar, you know, G1 for that purchase. So the amount, I'm going to put 20,000, and I'm going to start the ACH process so I can complete my tokenization of that home. We want you to test this with us. We want you to see this email from ACH. We want you to log in back here. So that way we, in real time, with the admin screen, we can watch you and we can see that everything is flowing. We want to make sure that our payment system here is calculating commissions as you're tokenizing. We want to see that the payment system here is splitting the fees in near real time. We want to see the payment system here that can actually get audited, and we can audit your accounts, and that way Trey's job, your job will be faster and more robust. This is what we have. You are now part of this. Never before has a marketplace been built like this, because we're the first ones to do it. Now, if we do it right, we can actually have so much momentum. It'll take so many people so long to even try to catch up to us. It's now in our hands. And now you have the system that you asked for, that you asked us to tweak here and there and to make it better. We have now made it better. So Trey, with that, I will give it back to you guys. I hope you can see the amount of work that the team has put in. I can't tell you enough how much Ezra and Trey, Miss Lily, the entire staff, Edmund, and everybody else has really helped out. So I need to catch a flight. So I'm on my way to another country, and then I'll be back home and making sure. But we work 24 hours. It's literally 2:30 in the morning right now, and I have to get on the road in the next 20 minutes. So, you know, Trey, who do you want me to make as host?
You get it, okay, Michelle.
Perfect.
All right, everybody. All right.
Thank you,
Welcome
Oscar.
back.
And everybody, just 1 minute, give Oscar a hand for the job that he's done. This has been a tireless effort, going back and forth, and him and his team has been working around the clock to get this done. So please give him some love in the chat, please.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Terrell. Thank you, OG, for that wonderful presentation. I hope you guys are excited. We see the fire. Thank you all so much. This is all for you, just as he said. So you all are the superstars tonight. So thank y'all for coming on, following instructions, and getting excited to use the platform. And so now, as we move on to our second stage in this wonderful program tonight, we have Mr. Edmund Legacy Lee joining us all the way from Florida. He's on camera now in the drop top. So he looked like he got something really important to say about this event coming up in Miami. Again, I said it, April 21st and 22nd. The only place that you want to be is in Miami, Florida at the Future of Wealth Conference. If you register tonight, if we see your registration tonight, including hotel stay, all of that good stuff, you will be in the drawing to win one free night stay at the hotel for the conference. And listen, that's over a $300 value. So if y'all heard it here first, I see y'all in the chat. I heard it first. You are going to get in the drawing to win a room if you register tonight. So if you are an ambassador, even just joining us, and you feel the fire, you feel the energy, you feel the need to be in the room, because so many great people are going to be in the room, as well as yourselves. Mr. Edmund Lee Legacy is going to give us the breakdown here, but make sure you register either during this call or right after this call. We're going to be checking. If you register tonight, you're in the drawing to win a free night hotel stay. Mr. Edmund Lee Legacy, take us away, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. Can you hear me clearly? Just so you all can get some scenery, I am literally outside of an event for the top brokers and luxury agents down in Miami, and I'm going to go and tell them about the event. Actually, one of them is the developer is PMG, who is, if you look at the Eventbrite, you'll see that Liza Hernandez is with PMG, who built several properties. They're building one in New York. They built the Waldorf. They're building the 11. A lot of you came to 11 residences. So just so you get an idea, this is where I'm at. Right there is 1000 Museum, which on the other side of that is the ocean. Now, what does that have to do with anything? It has to do with everything, because once I go here, my goal is to sell this event out. That's the bad news I have for tonight. Hold on, it's getting loud, so let's do this. My goal is to sell this event out because we have a lot of other things to worry about outside of ticket sales. We have not worry about, to focus on, which is the actual flow of the event and all that other good fun stuff, the speakers, etc. So I wanted you all to know that if you don't get your ticket, it is a chance that you might not be able to attend. Now, I'm not saying that everybody on here is salespeople. We understand business. We understand the scarcity close. That's not this. If you went to the last event, you know that we have a certain amount of space for the place that we're renting the place from. And because of that, we only have a certain amount of tickets. Plus, we don't want it to be too many people because of the way we're doing this event. So let me just kind of, and Kay Michelle, I'm gonna ask for your assistance on this. I'm gonna take a quick poll because I want to like get rid of all the BS, right? And just get straight to, why would I attend if I don't live here? Why would I fly? Why would I buy these tickets? Why would I go through all this? You know, I've seen this stuff on Zoom. I know about tokenization. Or maybe I went to the last event. Maybe I've been to trainings. Well, this is not that. This is a different type of event. It's unique. And let me just get a show of hands. How many of you all have heard about, or you've heard about Bitcoin, obviously, right? But what I want to know, put in the chat right now, if you heard about Bitcoin prior to 2020. I just want to get a yes if you heard about it. All right, and if you heard about it before 2020. Also, I want to know, did you buy when you first heard about it? Or do you wish you would have bought sooner?
You got a few yeses. Got a few
Okay.
yeses coming in.
So put the year that you bought, right? I like people to know what year they bought. And I'm going to tell you something. Here's what's interesting. I'm not proud of this story, but it is what it is. I heard about Bitcoin, I think in 2011, maybe 2011, because I was already going to asset protection conference events. I was already going to futuristic investing and conferences. I was putting them on way back then. No, 2013 is when we started doing our first asset protection. So I'd say 2013 is when I first heard about it. And I met Michelle in 2011. She wasn't even buying at that time, Michelle Lilly at the time. And so I heard about it, but it was so difficult to buy. You had to use Western Union and all this other stuff. And I was just like, man, that thing ain't about to do nothing. And I was like, but it might, but I don't know. I'm from Detroit, people with Western Union. I'm not about that life, right? And so I just put it off. Well, in 2017, a young lady that I know, that a lot of you know, invited me to an event. I don't even know what the event was called. I don't even remember. All she said was, you need to be here. You need to learn. By the time the event's over, I'm sitting with her and this well-dressed, dark-skinned brother, bald head that's on this call, Clardy Richardson. They sit me down